What is going on, my beautiful people, man? Hope you guys are having an amazing day today, man. We doing an amazing time. We're having an amazing time out here today. My cat is out here. She is chilling, and she's gonna be here with us while we talk. So just don't forget about her. Make sure that you say hi to her down in the comments below. I got a new gimbal, just testing it out. Allowing it to look everywhere. Hope you guys are doing amazing today, man. In this video, we're basically going to be talking about. Let me see. Hold on. No, I can't do that. We're going to be talking about being able to be in the state of God, being able to be in that state and trying to get into that state as much as we can, and being able to allow ourselves to know that it is possible to have love, to have peace, to have joy, to have all that great stuff every single day, and to allow ourselves to know that there is a state of being that is within every single one of us that we can get into that. And it is so powerful once we realize that, because a lot of times we're thinking like, sorry, hold on, there we go. A lot of times we're thinking like, okay, am I just my thoughts? Am I just somebody that is thinking negative? I'm thinking about this, or I have this little thought about somebody and it's not the best thought ever. And all of a sudden we start beating ourselves up and we start thinking and aligning ourselves and identifying with that thought, which is not good at all. But I've read this book called The Art of Letting Go. It's not called The Art of Letting Go. It's called Letting Go, The Pathway to Surrender. And this book is so powerful. Reason being, because it really talks about being able to get into that state, the surrendered state, which is allowing yourself to let go of negativity, let go of that stuff, let go of feeling stuff, let go of needing, let go of attachment. It allows you to be in this state of presence, be in the here and now, and not worrying about that stuff. And it's so powerful because that actually creates the most positive emotions. And he gives like this whole graph of stuff, but it's so powerful because he really says that being able to, oh my gosh, being able to let go is something that can get you into peace, love, and joy almost on a daily basis. No, it can get you to that on a daily basis. And the dude that wrote it is somebody that has gotten to there, and it's so powerful because it's just something that allows us to line up and realize that the energy of God, the energy of what God has for us, what Jesus talks about in the Bible, the fact that we can let go. We don't have to worry about tomorrow. For the birds of the air, don't worry about tomorrow, and God still feeds them. And stuff like that. And we hear that, but we don't really realize the power in that. And that is truth. The truth in that. Hold on, let me make sure you guys are good. Yes, the truth in that, and knowing that we really don't have to worry. We can be at peace, we can be at joy, and we can be at love and all that stuff. And one of the examples that he gave in this book is here's the concept of letting go, and here's a way you can think about it. Have you ever had a moment in your life where you are upset, you're angry, maybe you're fighting with somebody, you have an argument, whatever it might be, and you're getting really upset or whatever, and then all of a sudden you kind of stop, take a second, and you think about how dumb the whole argument is, or how dumb what you're worrying about is, and you kind of just think about it, and all of a sudden you're like, this is so dumb, like this has no meaning at all. And then you kind of just like let it go. It's just like you just start laughing about it, and you just start like going back to living your life or going back to having fun, because you realize it's not that important, or it's not worth getting upset or whatever about. That is the power of letting go, and that is what we are doing. But for me and for all of us, what we're trying to do is get ourselves into alignment with God, get ourselves into a reminder of trying to get into the presence of God. And when we get more of an awareness of God every day, all of a sudden when we're upset, when we're angry, we start turning towards Him and reminding ourselves that that thing a lot of the times is it's dumb. Or when we're worrying so much about wanting to be loved, wanting to be liked, wanting to be accepted, all of a sudden we can catch ourselves getting anxious about that, because all of a sudden, like for myself, sometimes I will want to look good one day, and when I don't, I didn't realize that it was like making me a little bit anxious, or making me a little bit, it would take me out of the moment because I'm thinking about it so much. But now with the power of letting go, what we can do is ask ourselves, why do we want that? Why do we want ourselves to look good? Because we want to be accepted, because we want to be loved, because we want whatever it might be, whatever comes from that, what it is for you. But once you go down that path, you realize you already have that from God. And if you can change your way of thinking about it into the frame of mind and the frame of thinking and the reality that God is there for us, God is an ever-present, all-loving, everlasting love casting God, all of a sudden we don't need that stuff from anybody else. We don't need it from anywhere else. Not saying that we don't want to go out there and give it and have connections with people, but all of a sudden once you start thinking about it like that, you free yourself from the anxiety, and you free yourself from that thought that is like, oh, I'm going to, like, I need this to be this way, or I need this to come out perfectly, I need to control this stuff. And it's just something that we don't sit and think about a lot, because we kind of just like push it to the back of our mind until it gets to a point where it's like, oh, I really need to like fix this. And for me, that's happened for me before. So that's something that we can all do. And it's not just that. It's like I said, you can also do it with being able to, like, you're having to feel the emotions in your body, feel the emotions, the feelings, and the sensations. When you get angry, what is that thing that is making you angry? Feeling it and asking yourself, what for? Like, why am I getting angry about this? Do I want to win this argument? Do I just like really want to win this argument so I can look good, so I can look smart or whatever? And then once you ask yourself that, you can allow yourself to be like, okay, but like, I don't need that because I already have, like, God sees me, He knows me, and He loves me. I don't need to look smart. I don't need to win an argument. And that's something so powerful with it. If you think about that in that moment, that simple thought, or that simple, not even a thought, but a realization that you can just let go, it will get easier and easier to do that, and it will free you from that, and automatically you'll start laughing about it. And it's so powerful for me too, and for every single one of us. I know it can be, because like, there's a concept that I heard from this dude named Owen Cook, and he basically said that what you're trying to do is get to the point where your frame of reality is so strong that nobody can bring you down, nobody can get in, nobody can like just like affect you really. Of course, maybe some things will come in, but basically getting to the place where your frame of reality, which for us is the frame of God, that's what it is. Knowing that God is telling us that we don't have to worry about stuff, that we have love, we have all this stuff, we are complete in Him. If that reality is so strong, not just like hearing it, but we have to know it at our heart and soul, all of a sudden you start being able to walk about and nobody can bring you down, because you have the joy of the Lord, you have the love of the Lord, you have the hope of the Lord, the peace of the Lord. And what I realized for me and my girlfriend, there would be some times where she would start to be upset or be angry or, whatever, a normal thing. Not saying that she was bad, but just a normal thing that she would have. She would be angry and she'd be upset, and she would come, and then she would kind of like throw little pokes here and there that would try to like bring me down, and it would work. a lot of the times it would work, because my frame of reality wasn't strong enough where I felt like, oh, like, why she should be happy. She should be like, be able to be happy here. I shouldn't have to hold on to my joy and my hope. But now I realized that I needed to get stronger in that. And the stronger I've gotten now, my frame is so much stronger. Where she comes in now, she's upset, she's angry. I remember there was one time a couple days ago, she was upset, angry at something. I don't know. She just took a nap or something, and she woke up and she was angry and upset at me for some reason. And she comes over there and she's like washing the dishes. She's upset, and you could tell it on her face. She's responding to me in a way that I could tell she's upset. But I just keep laughing and like just not even like having to get anything out of her. I'm just sitting there eating my food, enjoying my time, watching SpongeBob on the TV, enjoying that. And eventually it's like so much faster that she comes out of it and she says sorry about it, and we go back to being our normal selves. But that's what it is. The frame of reality that is so strong that people know that they cannot like affect you, that it starts to bring people up to your frame, which is God, instead of bringing you down to their frame. You start to bring people up to hope, peace, love, joy, all that stuff. That's what we are trying to do. And that's what's the power of letting go, and that's the power of all of this stuff, man. Because once you start realizing that you can start to, in those moments, pull yourself out of anger and out of all that stuff, but not just pull yourself, but put yourself into God, that's freaking crazy, man. And all we have to do is get an awareness of this. Get an awareness of the fact that we're trying to place ourselves into God. When we feel an angry sensation, we don't freaking judge it. We don't say we're so bad, but we allow it to be there. And we ask ourselves why we're feeling that. Or you don't even have to allow yourself to get upset about it. You just have to notice it in your body, notice the sensation, and just kind of let it run its course. Feel it feel the sensation, feel that anxiety, and feel like, yeah, you don't even got to do nothing. Sometimes you just got to accept this feeling could be here for the rest of my life, and I'm going to be okay. I have God with me. And once you do that, all of a sudden you accept it and you allow it to be, and you don't need to do anything with it. And a lot of the times that's going to help it run its course, and you're going to stop thinking about it so much, which that is the problem that we have. Because all of a sudden we'll start thinking about that negative thought that we have, or that anxiety, and we'll think, oh, I'm insecure, or I'm this and I'm that, or I'm angry, I'm so angry. And then that thought creates more thoughts and thoughts and thoughts and thoughts and thoughts. And then we're just diving deeper and deeper. And that's what we don't want to do. So allow yourself to let go, allow yourself to be there with it, and allow yourself to just be able to get closer to God. Be able to put yourself in God's presence over and over, and acknowledge and know when you're getting out of it, so that we can get more and more in it. Love you guys very much. Hope you guys are having an amazing one today. Let me show you my cat to end this video off. She is knocked the freak out. She is knocked the freak out. Let's let her sleep. Don't wake her up. Love you guys very much. Hope you're having an amazing day after Christmas. Peace.